All right, what's up, everybody? It is Monday. It is that first day to just jump on it, man, to crush it, to make sure that we are on track in our life, that we are on course. You know, all of us are on a journey. This life we live is a journey. It is a journey, and the reality is you either got to be a point man for your life, or you have to have a point man for your life. And when I talk about that, mentor, coach, whatever it is, someone who is helping get you where you need to go. Because at the end of the day, on this journey, it is about getting to a destination. Otherwise, you're just going to meander along, whether it's on a ship with no destination, or whether you're just wandering along on this earth with no clear direction and no destination. I mean, that just leaves people frustrated. You're just wandering. And sometimes it's okay to wander to figure things out, but at the end of the day, all of us are all about finding that destination. And you know, right now, I know it's got to be frustrating times for so many of us. I mean, gosh, man, we have just taken the 1-2 punch. It has been the COVID crisis with businesses shut down and so many of us working from home and trying to reinvent ourselves, trying to figure out how do I stay productive and how do I continue moving on in my business. For so many people, businesses have been shut down. So many people have been laid off, so many furloughed. So how do we stay positive through that? And then all of a sudden, bam, we got this, the George Floyd incident, tragic, killing of George Floyd that led to this national explosion of anger that is going on throughout our country. And I know that adds to an additional level of just anxiety for a lot of people. There's just massive amounts of negativity is what I'm seeing across the board. So here's the good news in negativity, and something I want you to focus on. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. You can choose positivity in the face of negativity. And I know it is tough. It is tough to do it, but there are ways to manage it. And some of it has to do with who do you surround yourself with and what are you allowing in to this circle. Guys, I got to tell you, I honestly believe that the 24-hour news cycle is probably the greatest contributor to the negativity and the division that's going on in the United States of America. And there's so many out there, adults, I was one of them for a period of time, who did the same thing. I'd have the national news on all the time. At work, we would have the news on all the time. And granted, there's parts of when I was in the SEAL teams, it was necessary to have the news on. We were watching global events. But the reality is, what I've come to find is, A, you don't need to do that, and B, the 24-hour news cycle is driven by how do we make this as sensational as possible, because they are trying to hook you, they're trying to suck you in, and they're feeding off your emotions, and 90% of the time it is negativity. It is the negative emotions. They want to enrage you, they want to inflame you, they want to just hook your emotions. And my advice to you is turn off the news. Turn off the news. I'll be honest, maybe once a day, tune in, find out what's going on in the world, figure out where you find your news. I just want the facts. Just tell me what's going on. I don't want to listen to all your talking heads, because they're all spewing their information based on, their own personal beliefs and their own personal agenda. I am about positivity. I'm about driving forward. I'm about making a difference in your life, in my life, in the lives of the people around me, about driving forward and making it to that destination. So how do we do that? Well, we got to choose positivity and we got to cut out the negativity. So look for things that you can do to bring on that negativity. Look for ways you can energize yourself with some positivity. Maybe it's positive quotes, maybe it's positive people, maybe it's a positive book, maybe it's a positive movie. I don't know what it is, but look for ways to find that positivity so that you can grab onto it, you can harness it, and then you carry that forward with you. Focus on those long-term goals, man. Focus on those long-term goals and figure out how every day we can move the needle forward a little bit, because those positive goals are going to make us feel a little bit better every day. Despite the chaos and the uncertainty, everything going on around us, if you are advancing towards your destination, on this journey of life. If you were taking control as the point man of your life, it makes you feel better and it gives you a little bit of positivity. And that's such a critical thing. Guys, when I was laying in that hospital bed, I mean, that was such a critical moment for me. When I was inundated with all that negative information, doctors telling me what I couldn't do, what I probably never would be able to do again, and having those individuals in my room talking about the negativity, that I'd never be the same, that I'd never be able to overcome this, and it's so easy to get sucked into that negativity and to accept it, to just wallow in it, to be on the X with it. And you got to make that choice to get off the X towards that positivity. And that's what I did in that hospital room, man. I chose to be positive. I chose to drive forward. I chose to set a destination and a course and to go after it. And I did it through that sign on the door. I just wrote it out. I just said, attention to all who enter here. If you come in this room with sadness or sorrow, don't bother. The wounds that I received, I got in a job that I love, doing it for people that I love, defending the freedom of a country I deeply love. I said, I totally screwed up my sign this morning. Attention to all who enter here. The wounds that I received, I got in a job that I love, doing it for people I love, defending the freedom of a country I deeply love. I will make a full recovery. What's full? That's the absolute utmost physically. I have the ability to recover, and then I'm going to push that about 20% further through sheer mental tenacity. This room you're about to enter is a room of fun, optimism, and intense positive regrowth. If you are not prepared for that, go elsewhere. So that's one of the most powerful things, guys. You have that power. You have that choice. So maybe in the midst of all this negativity and all this adversity, you need to write out your own sign on the door, your own beliefs on where you are going. It is a mantra, it is a proclamation that enables you to go back to it despite all the negativity and say, this is me, this is what I believe in, and this is the path to get to my destination. So on this Monday Mustard, that is what it is about, guys. Cut out the negativity. We're being inundated with it. I feel like I am being beat up with it. So I am cutting it out. I'll be honest. I turn the news off for most of the week. Not that I don't hear the news. I get the news by other sources. Once a day I may go on and read news websites where I feel they're fairly neutral in the way they bring the news. I see what's going on, so I'm aware. And then beyond that, I'm driving forward towards my destination and continuing on my mission to try and help make people better. So guys, that is this Monday Muster. Recognize you always have a choice. Choose positivity over negativity. It will make such a difference in your life. I know it's hard to do right now, but look for ways to find it. Look for ways to raise and ramp up that positivity. So guys, get out there. Man, get off that X, overcome. You have that ability. I'm telling you, you always have that choice to choose that positivity. Sometimes we just have to work a little harder to get off that X and find it. So that is Monday Muster. Stay positive, guys. Hey, somewhere out there beyond every storm, the sun still shines. So it's up to us to continue navigating forward, make sure we have our compass out, and make sure we're going towards that destination. Eventually, we will get on the other side of every storm. So thank you to all of you. Get out there, crush this week. Make this Monday a good one.